Welcome back, everybody. My name is Sniping is Fun, and this is part 2 of my Super Nintendo collection. If you guys have not, seen part 1, I did go over the entire first box, which is right back there, that little white container down there. I went through all in part 1, so if you want to go see that box, I'd recommend you watch part 1. You can watch them out of order. It doesn't necessarily matter to watch part 1 then part 2, because basically, if you watch all of them, you're going to see everything anyways, even if you watch part 2 then 1. And hopefully I can just get through 2 parts by finishing this box in one video. So, let's get started and see where let you guys know where the rest of my Super Nintendo collection goes. And here's one more box game. Not You No Mercy. See that? If you guys remember watching my when I did my Nintendo 64 collection, the second No Mercy, this is the one I got from Play and Trade. I don't know why I put it in here. Maybe it's just because I had to have room and stuck a box in it. Whatever. But here's Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. Now, I don't remember playing this one as much back in the day as, say, the first one, but I do recall renting it maybe once. The one I played the least was probably 3. But I certainly remember this, not as much as the original, but certainly, because I used to own the original. Well, I own it now, but I mean, I'm talking about my original Super Nintendo collection back when I was younger. This is not my original collection. This is a new collection I've only started, building up within the last 5 years. But yeah, Donkey Kong, it's a classic platforming game. Plays Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong trying to save Donkey Kong from King K. Rool. Obviously, it's going to be a fun game. For those who have played it, you'll know what I'm talking about. For those who haven't played it, well, it's something you can experience. So, let's start from the top. We got Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and these games, like the Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblin games, are also hard as hell. And it's gonna take some wit and some luck and some training and some practice to freaking beat these games, and I've never beaten probably the second level on this, let alone probably the first. Because this game, it is so hard, but so fun, worth it. Then we got Super Battleship, which I used to own, and I wanted to go get it again in my collection and play it. It's kind of interesting, because you could play normal Battleship in it against, a computer. Obviously, you can't play it, against a second player, because you'll see where they put all their ships. But it's kind of cool, that's, on here, classic Battleship, but then a Super Battleship, which is kind of like a tactical strategy game, moving your boats around to defeat your enemy. So it's like Advanced Wars, it's like Fire Emblem. It's like, trying to think of our franchise that's like it. Suikoden to some extent. Or, am I thinking Suikoden, or is it somewhere again I'm trying to think of? The one franchise from Sega. Not Phantasy Star. Oh, jeez, I'm forgetting this, and you guys are going to put in the comment section what I'm missing. But yeah, tactical strategy type game. You send your boats around and you have to beat the enemy. And you know what? That's actually pretty interesting that it's like that. We got right here the first Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, which I just said that without even showing you because my arm was in the way. Ah! But from Capcom, a classic Capcom platforming game. Really fun to play. Really fun. And it's a nice balance of being hard, but not too hard. But there's a challenge there. Interesting worlds and powers you can get. Pretty cool. I've never played the other ones, and I've only played this within the last couple of years because I got it at Salvation Army. So, yeah, really fun game. And right here, I'm just going to put these. I don't know where the other one's at. Jeez. Okay, I'm going to come to those later. We got NHL PA Hockey 93. Love me some hockey games. You've probably watched all my other collections. You've probably seen that. So I actually kind of like having multiple hockey games. It's pretty fun. And here's another sports game for you. NBA Jam. It's a classic. Anyone who's played at least any of the NBA Jam games knows why this franchise is so loved. And it's, arcadey basketball goodness. He's on fire from downtown. Boom shakalaka. Stuff like that. It's fun. Get some friends together. Put this in, whether it's Super Nintendo or the Genesis, or even the newest one, like on the Wii and PS3 and whatnot, or any of the other ones, like Tournament Edition, you'll have some fun. Oh, you'll have some fun. Right here, I have I'm going to pronounce this game so freaking wrong. I think Yardi. Wait, jeez. What the heck is this thing called? Zardian? Something like that. This is basically like a beat 'em up adventure type game. You play as like robots and shoot things and beat things up. I actually never really knew about this game at all, but I saw it like, okay, the cover looks cool with a giant mechanical robot mech type thing. It was cheap at Play and Trade. I'm like, I'm gonna give this game a shot. And then when I did, it was freaking awesome. So yeah, there's that. Put these games back, save some room here. Right here, we got Batman Returns, an awesome beat 'em up game based off the movie, you know, with the Penguin, you know, Danny DeVito and, you know, Catwoman and whatnot. Pretty fun game. Also really freaking hard. I remember making it to the final battle against Penguin and got my butt kicked so hard, and I was so pissed because it was like my last continuing life. I made it so freaking far. It's the farthest I ever made it. I never beat it. That was years ago. Holy crap. Then we got Krusty's Super Funhouse, which I used to play this all the time with my cousin. It was pretty fun. Like the only Simpsons game I own. But it's actually a fun Simpsons game. It's kind of like a puzzle platformer type game where you have to play as Krusty and get all the mice and like the funhouse and do, you know, stuff like that. So it actually is pretty fun. Then we got Killer Instinct, which stands out from everything else because of the black cartridge. Fun fighting game. Really fun fighting game. I haven't played any of the newer. I never played the Killer Instinct Gold on the 64. I've not played the newest one on the Xbox One or anything. But, you know, for a classic, the original, still pretty freaking fun. Put these all back down in here. Sorry about that. And then we have these games. We got Fatal Fury Final Impact, or Special. Yeah, Special. Final Impact's the collection, I think, now. Yeah, Special. I love me some Fatal Fury. It's a good fighting game. Not one of my favorites, but I do remember growing up renting Fatal Fury quite a bit, and I loved playing as Terry Bogard, and a lot of the characters were kind of cool, because I grew up playing Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat and everything, so I was really into Super Nintendo fighting games. And this was a top one for it. And here we go, I found it. Okay, I'll just stick these right here. All three of the Super Star Wars games. Back in the day, I only ever owned the original. Back in the day. And then, over the years when I started building up my collection again, I got this, and I got this, and I got this. I found this at Play and Trade. I found that, I think, at Play and Trade, and I got this at Salvation Army. I'm like, holy crap, I now own all three of them. And they're hard as balls. I've never beaten a single one of them. And yeah, that's about it for Star Wars. And they're pretty freaking fun, like action, side-scrolling, like blaster, shoot 'em up, beat 'em up type stuff. Well, not beat 'em up, I shouldn't say beat 'em up, but you know, adventure games. And we got Mortal Kombat 2, classic. You know, awesome fighting game. I loved playing Mortal Kombat 2 and the original Mortal Kombat. Back in the day, I used to always have like the original, and I always would rent 2 and 3. But now I got this, which is fun still, even without the, you know, with the how censored this one is on Super Nintendo. It still is a fun fighting game to get. Just play it, friends and family, you'll have a blast. Let me start putting these games back. Let me move these. Sorry about that. This, and this can go here. Okay, then we have Lion King, which is a fun. Like back in the day, Disney would have a lot of good licensed, like, you know, games. It's basically like a platforming adventure type game. Kind of hard. I never would be able to beat, you know, Hakuna Matata type stuff back in the, you know, Want to Be King, Just Want to Be King, you know, back in the day, but I actually, playing it recently, have made it past that part, and then get stuck as an adult. So yeah, how fun. Put this down here. Right over here, we got the original F-Zero. Awesome game. Played this a ton back in the day, one of my favorite Super Nintendo games growing up. I love the music of the games. Like, if you know me, I did the 20th... I dedicated a series last year to the 25th anniversary of this franchise. And I still believe we need this franchise back. So, yeah. And this is probably my favorite one. I think X comes pretty close, and then GP Legend. UN Squadron, awesome plane shooter game. so freaking fun and hard. Capcom. I have a lot of Capcom games in my collection because they were so awesome back in the day. Pretty fun to play. Pretty cool. I only recently got it, and I really got once I got wanting to get this game after seeing K-Wing do his review years ago. So as soon as I saw that at Playing Dream, I'm like, I have got to buy this. And here's the third Mortal Kombat, which is still a fun game. I think 2's the best, but I recall always liking this one too. I always liked all three of them. I never really had a personal favorite, but I do think 2's a little bit better than all of them. I don't know why, just personal preference, I guess. And then we got ActRaiser, which is an awesome adventure beat-em-up type game. Pretty good classic. Put all these back so I can get to the final pile and finish this off in this part without having to do another part. Donkey Kong Country, the original classic game. Play it. No. And then we got the first final fight, which is a pretty cool game. You can play as Mike Hagar or Cody, which, like I said in part 1 with Saturday Night Slam Masters, Mike Hagar should be in Street Fighter, and so should a lot of the Saturday Night Slam Master characters like Scorpion, or Astro if you live in Japan, El Stingray, and Gunlock should all be in Street Fighter. Pretty fun game. Beat 'em up. See, I love my beat 'em ups. See, I've showed probably 5 or 6 of them on the Super Nintendo alone. We got Super Adventure Island. Never really played the Adventure Island games, but I got this, like I said, when I got from my neighbor the Super Nintendo in her collection. This was in it, and I played it, and it was fun, and it's Hudson Soft. You know, they're long gone now, but creators of Bomberman. Then we got Mega Man 7. A fun Mega Man game, not the best one, but still pretty entertaining. Has good characters, bosses, and worlds. I enjoyed it. Still hard as hell, though. Like all these games, and Mega Man in general. And the final game, the original Pilot Wings, which is fun little simulation flying-based game. You can use jetpacks, planes, you know, all that stuff. Pretty fun. Like trying to master how to use that type of thing. Like, it's basically just like a test. And it's also a launch game too, just like F-Zero was in Mario World and whatnot. So yeah, that's it. That's it for my Super Nintendo collection. Put in the comment section what you guys think. What do you guys think of my Super Nintendo collection? What games do you have in your collection? What games from my collection would you love to have in yours? And what games do you think I should have in my collection? My name is Sniper's Peace. Please subscribe if you want to. Have a lovely day. See you guys later in my next collection video and any future videos. And when I finally get back to my big, grand old videos that I'm building up to bring back to my channel in due time, stay tuned for it. See you all later. Bye. Have a lovely day.